Why hello, I'm back with another reading. So this week we are using, that's the front, we are using the Wizard's Tarot by Barbara Moore and the Wizard's book. The book is bigger than the deck, that's awesome. So we're using the Wizard's Tarot book. Yeah, also by Barbara Moore. I'm just like, illustrated by Mike Janssens. So we're going to get started. Now, this particular deck, I can tell by the coloring here. I'm pretty sure my wife has definitely edged it. It doesn't come this way if you purchase it. And it's entirely likely, though not necessarily a sure thing, she may have trimmed it. It may be a little bit smaller than the... Oh, she just wandered past and heard me. She's shaking her head. No, this deck has not been trimmed, but the edging, she's done. That is something that she's done. I don't question the edging. I never question the edging or the trimming. Ooh, it rifles nice. This is lack of skill on my part. The deck actually rifles pretty good. Okay, so this is your week ahead reading. Obviously, if you're watching these in sequence as they're posted, then that's your week ahead reading. If you're just stumbling across this randomly, then it's your random week ahead reading, starting from whichever day you happen to stumble across this video. I know people who do that. They don't worry about when a video was posted, and when they happen to stumble across the reading, it's an interesting thought process, because it's like, well, if I'm stumbling across this reading now, then this is the reading I'm meant to have. So whatever your process is for considering a video as your week ahead reading, this is your week ahead. Did a slightly better job of the rifling that time. So let's see what we've got. I am just mixing it up and doing things a little differently because it's still 3 cards, but this is the focus. These are the mitigators. Now, the moon is a major arcana, so this is going to be a stronger, whoops, let's get them all on the camera. This is going to be a stronger mitigator than that is. And we'll see how this goes. So the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, How's this organized? This is a nice looking book. Oh, goes in that order. I like the illustrations, too. Are they matching the cards? I suppose we'll find out. Let's go find the Three of Pentacles and match it up and see what happens. This is done. This is done. The 1s, the 2s, the 3s, the 4s. It's not done. The book isn't organized by suit. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm also not quite... Yeah, the 3s. Not quite used to that, so it'll take me a few seconds longer to find my my meanings. Okay, skipping the page that I'm looking for. Two of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 3 of Swords. Apparently I can shuffle decks, but I can't turn... There's the Three of Pentacles, and... Oh, this is nice. Look at this, guys. The art on the card matches the book. So if you want to contemplate the image, you can look it up in the book and get a much bigger image to work with. Okay. So, the Three of Pentacles. Let me read you the story of the Three of Pentacles. And as always, I'm a noob. That's fine. This is part of how I practice and learn. And I'm always going to use the book or whatever. If the deck doesn't come with a book, then I'll use one of my other books. This is the book that comes with this deck. So, keywords: teamwork, creation, skilled work, making something of value, contributing to a worthwhile project, highlighting abilities. Now this is for upright. There are keywords for reverse, but we got the card upright, so we don't need to look at that. Pentacles represents earth, the body, diligence, resources, the physical world, creation, manifestation, and receptivity. 3s are about synthesis and growth, and this is nice. It goes well beyond just it's a very informative little blurb here. 3s are about synthesis and growth, and are a mini completion on the journey to the 10s. The suit describes what happens when things come together or how to bring things together. When skill, vision, and creativity come together, magical things can happen. The Three of Pentacles can represent working as part of a team or using all aspects of yourself while working alone. So this does not automatically mean team project. So this is either working as part of a team or bringing a multiple skill sets into a solo project, making most use of a wide range of your own skills. Either way, the outcome is charmed. You make things all the time, but this time it's special. So you are in a creative there is a creative process happening that you're a part of or that you're initiating on your own this week, and that is where your focus is. And this is upright, so you're already off to a really good start, a really positive, forward moving situation. If you are working with others and things seem stagnant, try to encourage everyone's best talents. People are usually happiest when doing what they are good at and will be better with team players. So if you are working on a group project, focus on being a team player, drawing out their strengths, supporting their strengths, getting the support you need for any weaknesses that you might be bringing to the table. So working together as a cohesive unit is going to be your priority. If you're working on a solo project, this is leaning into your strengths and finding ways to mitigate or offset any weaknesses that you might have as part of your project. I'm going to say every other word apparently today, so make sure you're taking a shot whenever I do. That's the rule now, because I make the rules. I think I make the rules, but we'll see. So people are usually happiest when doing what they are good at, and we be better team players. If you are working alone on something that is stuck, make sure you are drawing on all aspects of yourself. This is where confidence can really come in on that, or the willingness and the ability to say, oh, I'm not so good at that, but I am good at that, so I'm going to shift my focus so I can make better use of this skill while avoiding the drawbacks of this area where I lack a little bit of skill or experience or knowledge. Make sure your vision is clear, your plan solid, and your skills are up to snuff. Stir in a little passion and things will turn around before you know it. So you've got a creative project on the go and you're off to a good start, and just keep in mind what I just read here in the book. Okay? And next, primary motivator is going to be the moon. What number is the moon? 18. The moon. Keywords here. Now this is reversed, so I'm going to read the reverse keywords. There are upright keywords, but this came out reversed. So, secrets revealed, mysteries unveiled, insomnia, trouble sleeping, irrationality, shadows, and danger. Okay, I see where this one's going right now. The moon can seem romantic, mysterious, inspiring, creepy, scary, or even terrifying. It heightens the gift of intuition and creativity. It calls forth fears. It creates delusions because the moon appears to change in the sky each night. So this is where you're at. You are lacking in some confidence there, my friend. Insomnia, trouble sleeping, irrationality, shadows, danger. You have got a really good idea. You have got a really positive. I have my pen out just in case I need to make a note. I sometimes do that. So this is great. But you are lacking in confidence. So you are questioning your skills or the skills of yourself and your skills if it's a solo project, the combined skills of your group if it's a group project. You are questioning a lot. Like the moon, this is like when the moon is reversed like this, it's pretty much an anxiety card. And it doesn't mean you're having literal anxiety, but it's like, I want to sit down and do readings for the collective. I don't think I have the skills or the knowledge or the experience to do it. Right? Well, wait a second. I don't need the skills and knowledge and experience. I mean, I just need to be honest about where my skill set is. Right? I could be taking this cool idea, let's do some readings, and turning it into this and creating my own bad time. And you're kind of in that is what's going on for you. This is a prime motivator, not motivator, but influencer of what's going on right now. So this is where you're at, but this is where you feel like you're at. I don't have the right skills. I don't have the right motivation. You are not convinced that you can handle whatever's going on. And you can, but you're not convinced of it. You're your own worst enemy right now. That's what this means. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do about it. Because the moon appears to be changing the sky each night, waxing and waning through its cycles, this card indicates a changeable situation. So, okay, well, it's like I mentioned at the beginning. It's like, okay, so this particular set of skills is not going to help me improve this project, but if I don't know, I want to do a thing. I want to do a thing. Okay, I want to do a thing on video, but I suck at doing videos, so I'll take a photo and put it in a different spot. I don't know. I'm not really. I usually try to come up with examples. I'm not doing very good at that tonight, but that's okay. You're not convinced. Maybe some of your skills aren't necessarily applicable to this. Everything, but this is my strongest, okay, if all you have is a hammer, everything becomes a nail, you may be doing a bit of that to yourself. That might be what's triggering this, but we're not going to get mired down in this. You have the skills that you need for a personal project or a group project. The skills are there, and you are so worried that you're bringing the wrong skills, that you're doing the wrong thing. Secrets revealed, mysteries unveiled, but this is insomnia, trouble sleeping. The moon reflects light, but it is shadowy and conceals as much as it reveals. Things that seem lovely in the moonlight may be monsters by the light of day, and vice versa. So things are seeming like monsters to you right now, but they're actually just lovely in the light of day. This is why this is reversed, right? So don't do that to yourself. Stop it. Just stop it. Okay. Stop being non-confident. I'm going to yell at you guys. I can get away with that, I think. Okay. So now this one is the Five of Cups. Now the Five of Cups is always interesting. The Five of Cups basically, Five of Cups upright is, crying over spilt milk. Okay. There's 5 cups, 3 of which have emptied their contents. And this person is looking forward, focusing on the 3 cups. And behind them are 2 cups, perfectly safe, perfectly sound. Just turn around. This is gone. This is gone. Go get those. Go get that and get the 2 remaining cups and move on. And this is what's going on here. This is the other mitigating factor of what's going on for you is you've got this anxiety about maybe you've got imposter syndrome. Oh, I don't belong here. I shouldn't be doing this. Whatever it is you've got going on, and you are so focused on these 3 cups that are spilling, because now that the card is in reverse, these cups are also upside down, right? They could, if you keep ignoring these 2 cups, then they could also drain out and leave you with nothing. But let's look up the meaning. Let's do it the right way. Well, let's do it the way I've been doing it all along, so I can be consistent. 5 of Cups, reverse, self-pity, obsession over the past, beating yourself up, failure to mourn. Cups represent water, the soul, relationships, emotions, creativity. Here, this is creativity as well, right? This is a creative project. This is your creativity. Okay, this is making you stifle your own creativity is what's going on. 5s are chaotic, bringing movement to a stagnant situation or exacerbating an already confused one. And this is what's going on. The reason why this is perfect. The reason why this is in reverse is because the crying over the maybe you've tried a similar project in the past and it didn't work out, and now you are absolutely convinced that you're wasting your time. And instead of going, well, wait a second, no, I'm not wasting my time. There's still 2 full cups there, and that's what I need my attention to be on, right? The 5 of Cups symbolizes the emotional response to loss rather than the loss itself. When it comes to a change, and that's what this is going to bring into your world, when it comes to a change, whether truly traumatic, like the death of a loved one, or ones that might seem mundane but still deeply affect you, such as the loss of a job, a romantic breakup, losing your home, or even the ending of your favorite book or TV series. Everything's on its scale, right? something small and insignificant can wreck your day if it has value to you. So this could be training for a new job, or this could be starting a new book, reading a book series. I'm going to read a book series. That could be all that's happening here. It doesn't have to be huge and monstrous, but whatever's going on, you are deep in the weeds of your own anxieties going, oh, I can't do this. And like I said, don't forget, this is in reversed, right? Make sure to allow yourself the space and freedom to feel and honor your grief. Keeping it boxed away won't help the healing process. So if something has happened, what caused these cups to spill? Why are you feeling like this? Why are you thinking like this? Don't be afraid to take a close look at that. You cannot change your situation if you just, again, I made that comment a few minutes ago. If the only tool you have is a hammer, everything suddenly becomes a nail. Open up your freaking toolbox and find out what else is inside it. Why is everything a nail? Why do you only have a hammer, right? So there's a saying I like to use because I like saying sucks but normal. So if something happened to wreck your last project, what was it? And take an honest look at what it was. Did you do something wrong? Did somebody in your team, did you not have the skills that you needed? Did somebody in your team screw up and you were too polite to say anything to them? Who knows what it was? Take an honest look at it so that way you can make sure that it's not going to happen again. Now, let's close this out with and this is the Tower, and it's reversed. So the Tower is always about change. So the Tower, let's get back to the Tower. The Tower is not the horror, like maybe it is for you this time around, but the Tower usually feels pretty shitty when it's happening, no matter what comes after. But I do think that you're creating a Tower situation for yourself. I think this is kind of self-inflicted, because this great opportunity, your anxiety and your fears are turning it into this. Okay? Reversed, fear of change. Well, there you go. Prolonged upheaval, obstacles, difficulties, losses, oppression, imprisonment, and tyranny. So the Tower brings unexpected change. The building represents a worldview that you've built up over years, and that's what this could be. I can't do this. This always goes wrong. This is my big great idea, and it would be wonderful, but I can't make it happen because it never worked the last time I tried something similar. Who knows, right? The building represents a worldview that you built up over years. It includes everything you've come to rely on, everything that you believe to be true, and everything that has made you feel safe and secure. Because it seems like such a part of you, you can't imagine life without it. So this is fear of change. So the Tower, some things are not healthy for you anymore. This card promises a clean slate, which is wonderful, but first you have to face destruction, deal with your emotions, and assess what remains. Then you can begin to build again. This card being in reverse is not necessarily, the Tower doesn't really have a reversal because it's all about changes. So when the Tower is upright, it's usually talking about fear of change and things like that. So for me, when the Tower is reversed, it's talking about the need to embrace those changes. And that's kind of how I see it. That's like the fear is still there. The fear is still there either way, right? But when I see the Tower reversed, you need to focus on embracing the changes, because the Tower doesn't necessarily, the Tower very rarely has the power to provide long-term damage to you. It feels like crap in the moment, but it very rarely continues on. But you've got this, and you've got this. You're bringing a lot of negativity to the table and ruining your own good time is what's happening. So take the time. What do you want? Why do you want it? How are you hoping to go about it? It's a lot of baggage to put on just this one card. But once you sort out, who's going to help you with this? Are you going to do it alone? Are you going to get help? Once you sort out this card, it's going to make it easier to face these and address them. And then, like I said, the Tower isn't about bad things happening. It's about change, unavoidable change. And when it's reversed like this, like I said, fear of change, embrace the change. I'm not really sure how else to say it, because even when the Tower is upright, if you embrace the change and go along, if you embrace the change and go with the flow, it's always a lot less damaging. So the Tower is not a bad card. The Death card is also a change card too, right? And it's neither bad nor good, but in the moment, right this minute, you feel like you're facing a tower, even though you're actually facing this. So do the thing. Let's see, one more card. One more card, I can do it. Did I shuffle badly? No, I didn't. They're fine. And we got the Nine of Pentacles. This was also reversed. Let's see what that one says. I'm just going to keep drawing cards forever and ever. This is a nice deck, and I like the book. It provides a. I'm kind of skipping through, like leaving out sentences and stuff, just for the sake of, because I'm already slow enough as it is when I'm doing this stuff. So yeah, it's a lot. It gives you a lot to contemplate. It gives you a lot to contemplate. I'm still looking for the Nine of Pentacles. It gives you a lot to contemplate and a large photo to look at. So you have your contemplation, you have your words here. This is also in reverse, not following through, dissatisfaction, looking for external praise. So you are at, okay, so this, surrounded by all of this, is putting you at great risk of not following through on whatever it is. And maybe this is just not the good time. Maybe this may turn out to be not the right time with you for you to do this. This may be a little overwhelming. Maybe it's external factors that is putting you in this position. So if you may not feel like this is the right time or the place to pursue this, but following through. So not following through, dissatisfaction, looking for external praise. Those are the keywords for this card in reversed. The nines are cards of solitude and fullness. Each one brings a situation you must work through alone. Okay, so maybe you've got too many people helping you with this, and you need to think about reimagining how this project is going to work. Maybe this needs to be a solitary project. That could be one possible thing. It's not just about a single goal. You have created a life that suits you perfectly and is not dependent on anyone else. Now, this card was reversed. So that does mean that your life suits you, but maybe not quite so perfectly. And maybe you should not depend on other people, but maybe you should be willing to let other people in. I said twice right there. That's 2 shots, by the way. 3. It seems like you've already shaped who you will become, so how does recognizing your achievement change you? Because you've done so much on your own and you've gained a sense of security and independence. You might have become isolated. Will your next step be to immerse yourself more fully into a hermit-like existence, or will you open the gates of your empire and let someone in to share it with you? I think for this card, this is a last minute spur of the moment card here. And for me personally, I'm focusing on the possibility of not following through because you are very much at risk of letting this overwhelm you. Doesn't mean that you not following through and postponing until a better situation or timing comes are 2 different things. Starting a project that you're going to abandon, starting a project so that you can abandon it and then really put the focus on this is not in your best interest. So rather than starting a project you're not going to follow through, address this and make sure that you're in a position that you will follow through, that this is where resolve this, even if you have to resolve it externally, talking to your team, talking to your group, sorting out any issues. Maybe there's some issues that you're aware of and you just don't want to rock the boat. It could be that simple. So don't forget, this is a collective week ahead reading, so they're usually a lot simpler than the cards would imply. I'm not doing an intense personal reading, but that is the reading. That is the reading. That is the thing to that is the thought, the idea, the thing to explore, to make sure that you have everything that you need sorted out, so that you're not bringing anxiety and fear to the table. You're bringing excitement, looking ahead, making sure that you sorted out the issues that the real or imagined issues that may or may not cause a problem for you, and just make sure that you're getting all that sorted out, and then you will be good to go. It does seem pretty negative, I will say, but I think a lot of the negativity in the reading is the fears and anxieties that you're bringing to the table. So take some time to contemplate that, talk to people, reach out, get some feedback, do what you need to do to mitigate that, and then you're going to go straight from the 3 to the success that you're looking for. And that is this week's reading. In the meantime, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great week. And don't forget, like, comment, do all the things, subscribe. Let me see what else. If you agree with the reading, if you agree with the reading, I'd love your feedback. If you disagree with the reading, I would love your feedback. I'm learning here too. We're all learning together, so I would love to hear from you. And in the meantime, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.